What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Bracketology with Quincy Bell and my somewhat helpful but not really correspondent, Tyler Murray. How you doing today? Okay, anyway, we have teams and we have picks for you. We made this bracket together. Whenever we disagreed, basically we would take turns on who got to pick, pretty much. And I think we're going to get into it. The 1 seeds, Gonzaga, Baylor, Michigan, and Ohio State. They are new to the 1 line with teams such as Texas, Iowa, Houston, and Villanova all going down. They squeaked past into the 1 margin. On the 2 line, we have Villanova, Illinois, Mizzou, got a great win over Alabama, and Houston. On the 3 line, Virginia, Alabama, Texas Tech, West Virginia. The 4 line, Texas, Iowa, Virginia Tech, and Oklahoma. Your current last 4 in, Utah State, Oregon, LSU, and St. John's. You ready to reveal these picks, Murray?
See you.
Okay. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. In the first round between Gonzaga and the winner of Prairie View A&M or Northeastern, we went with Gonzaga. Minnesota or UConn. What do you think of these 2 teams?
They're both pretty good.
We took Minnesota and Marcus Carr. Winthrop or Wisconsin. Murray hates Winthrop, if you didn't know.
Nobody likes Winthrop.
So we took Wisconsin, and then Texas and UNC Greensboro took Texas. We took Colorado State over Oklahoma. Care to tell them why?
Why did we do that?
It's because Kansas has been stinking up the joint recently. They've been playing terribly. Texas State, West Virginia, went with West Virginia. Clemson or St. Bonaventure? We went with the Bonnies. Tell them why, Murray.
Has so much upset potential. The Bonnies have a good team this year.
Bonnies looking good. The A-10 is very competitive. We took Villanova over Liberty. Michigan or UMBC? Michigan, they're looking really, really good. They're what are they? 14. Let's see what Ken Palm has to say. They're 13-1. They're first in the Big Ten, and they kind of haven't played in a while. And they had their game against Illinois postponed. I cried. I really wanted to watch that game. Guess what? I really thought Illinois would have won that game too, but sorry, Michigan. But there we go. Louisville and Indiana. I'm taking Louisville just because they're more of a well-rounded team. Indiana has to rely on Trace Jackson Davis dropping 30 every night. Like, he's good, but he's not that good. Florida State or Belmont. Did you know that Belmont actually has the most wins in the entire country? They're 20-1. Their bad and efficiency margin. Give me the Knowles. Murray, you wanted Belmont. Tell them why.
Because, I don't know. Belmont is, how many wins do they have? 17, 18?
They're 20-1.
Oh, they're 20-1?
Uh-huh.
Versus a mediocre ACC team?
They're not really mediocre. They're 10-3.
They're not good at anything.
Okay. And then here's another one a lot of people have liked on their upset board, which is UAB. I think UAB might win the conference, but I think Western Kentucky can get it as an at-large team. I think they've got a lot of potential. They have a win over Alabama, which is looking really nice. They played a really close game against West Virginia, but lost. They did beat Memphis, and they beat Northern Iowa. So they got some good wins on their resume. Western Kentucky is a 12 seed. But I think both of them will end up getting in. They are both putting up impressive resumes, but I think Oklahoma would be too much. Xavier or Utah State / Oregon. I picked Utah State in the play-in, and I think Utah State would beat Xavier. They're actually top 10 in defense, and Xavier actually is a little overrated in my opinion. Would you agree, Murray?
Yeah. I'm always a Xavier supporter, so can't really say bad about him.
Okay. Virginia or Long Island? Took Virginia. UCLA and BYU. I took BYU. They're like 13-4. They do play Gonzaga tonight at home. Maybe. I don't know. Gonzaga, they almost lost to Pacific. That's sad. My main man, Jordan Bell for Pacific. Absolute dog. almost single-handedly won them that game, but the Zags did eventually win. I don't know. Maybe BYU catches them on an upset tonight. Who knows? But I think they're better than UCLA.
Good question.
Houston, UC Santa Barbara. Take Houston. The next set of teams.
There's a potential upset tonight, by the way.
There's some what?
An upset potential game tonight.
Who's that?
Ohio State at Maryland.
No. Ohio State will beat them. Ohio State will beat them.
It's a 3-point favorite.
Okay. Baylor or the winner of Wright State, Morgan State. By the way, that's Morgan State. Morgan State would win that. But Baylor would win. Drake or Colorado. I took Colorado. They're 17th in efficiency margin. The underlying analytics like them, but I don't know. Something about them. They're just not that great of a team. But Drake ended up losing to a 7-13 Valpo team, and they're no longer undefeated. Tragic story indeed. Give me Colorado. USC, Western Kentucky. I'm taking Western. Hollingsworth, Charles Bassey's a stud. They've got another guy. I forgot his name. But they're looking really good. They have some freshman who was like last year's Mr. Basketball in Kentucky or something. I don't know. I think USC's a little overrated, so give me the Toppers. Yeah, Murray hates it. If you have a memory, he hates the Pac-12.
It's a terrible conference.
That I took Iowa over VCU. Take Creighton over Stanford again. No one likes Pac-12. Or Murray doesn't like Pac-12. I don't have anything against Pac-12. But take Creighton. Took Texas Tech over South Dakota State. Murray's big Florida fan, by the way. I wanted to take St. Louis. I think St. Louis would win, but Murray made me take Florida. Tell me why.
The South Carolina game is a fluke game, so that's just way.
Let me guess, was the Mississippi State game and Kentucky game also a fluke game?
Recently. What's his name? Noah Locke and Trey Mann. Colin Castleton's a great big man. I feel like he's just dominating the inside, and I feel like we
Okay. Well. And then Illinois and Siena. Take Illinois. Ohio State and the Antelopes of Grand Canyon. Take Ohio State. North Carolina and Boise State. Take North Carolina. Tennessee and Toledo. I took Toledo. Toledo is actually 11th in offensive efficiency margin. Their problem is that they're 167 in defense. But if they win the MAC, they're going to be rolling with momentum. And Tennessee has not looked great this year, in my opinion. They're really off and on. You don't know what they're either going to blow out Kansas by 20 points or lose to Florida by 30. You never know with them. So I took Toledo with that. I took Colgate over Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is in the Tennessee boat. You don't know what it's a freaking box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get with them. And Colgate's actually ranked 15th in the net. A lot of underlying analytics like them. Give me the Raiders. Another upset we have here, LSU and St. John's. I think LSU would win. Murray, you said you think St. John's would win?
What did you say?
LSU St. John's. You said you picked St. John's?
Yeah, they've looked really good recently. Had a great win over Villanova a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's right. They did beat Villanova a few days ago.
Really good real quick.
I took LSU in this play. This would be a terrific game. I think either one of these teams could beat Rutgers. Don't think Rutgers is that great. Not high on Rutgers at all. So give me the plane. Alabama or Southern Utah, take Alabama. Purdue or the now ranked Loyola Chicago. And also in the Ken Palm rankings, they are 14th in efficiency margin, 6th in defense. Easy pick for me. I'm not a Purdue fan. So give me Loyola. And then Missouri or Abilene Christian, take Missouri. That's the first round. To the second round we go. Okay. Take Gonzaga over Minnesota. That's an easy one. Took Texas over Wisconsin. I think Texas is better. Andrew Jones is a stud. He almost single-handedly beat Baylor by himself. He was the only guy that got off the bus for that game. I think Texas will win that. Colorado State, West Virginia. Take West Virginia and take Villanova over the Bonnies. I wanted to take St. Bonaventure, but he wouldn't let me. And then take Michigan over Louisville. Take Florida State over Oklahoma. Florida State, 17th in efficiency margin. They use their bench a lot. No one gets tired. Murray, you don't like their style of play. Why?
Just don't. It's just not. It's just. I don't like ACC basketball and how they play their games. Always these tight, close games are just like, you know what? Let's just wait till the last second and just try. No, and I feel like Oklahoma would just capitalize all over that. They would destroy Florida State.
Okay. Take Virginia over Utah State. I wanted to take Utah State. Murray wouldn't let me. Take Houston over BYU. Murray wanted BYU. I told him he was crazy and took Houston. To the other side. Okay. I took Baylor over Colorado and Iowa over Western Kentucky. Those are two pretty easy games right there. Took Texas Tech over Creighton. Texas Tech looking really good. They're rolling. Mac McClung and company are playing very well. They got a good win over Oklahoma this last week. Took Florida over Illinois. Murray hates Illinois for no reason at all, other than the fact that they're good. Even you said you thought Illinois would win because Florida's just way too inconsistent. So I would assume Cockburn, they would have their way. Take Ohio State over North Carolina. This is interesting. Toledo and Colgate. This would be my favorite matchup. But give me Toledo. Took Alabama over St. John's / LSU. And then Murray and I had a war with this one. I took Loyola over Missouri. You wanted Missouri. You see, here's my problem with Missouri. They're 29th in efficiency margin. That's not great. Teams ahead of them in efficiency margin include Florida, Kansas, Arkansas, who's not even in my bracketology, Rutgers, Oklahoma, Purdue, San Diego State. There are some teams higher than them in efficiency margin. I don't think they're that great of a team. Loyola Chicago, 14th in efficiency margin, rolling with 11 straight wins. Give me the Ramblers. And you disagree why?
Again, I just feel like Missouri's a better team. They have so many good players. Like, let's see, Xavier Pinson. His name's, no, I can't remember his name.
Loyola still has Cameron Krutwig from that Final Four team.
Yeah, true. Still, I don't know. I just feel like Missouri's a better team.
Okay. All right. Now, this next one, I'm going to let Murray take this because I was very much against this. Murray wanted to do it, and I said, if you want to get ripped apart by the comment section, you go ahead. This man picked Texas over Gonzaga.
Yep.
Do tell why.
So, one team has to fall as a 1 seed. Happens every year. And Texas, I mean, it was hard to do it, but I picked either way, Texas would win. They have so much more depth than Gonzaga does. Well, they have a 6th man, and then
Could not
name another person on their bench. Really couldn't.
But you knocked Florida State for having depth.
Yeah, they're not good at anything. It's an ACC team. Come on.
You see, I think he's realizing it now. His argument is falling to shreds. But
well, Florida State would not last.
I think the reason Texas...
If they make a run, they're out early. It's either one.
Okay, I think the reason Texas might be able to hold a chance is because of their three-point shooting. But I just don't think their defense would be good enough to hold it. I think Gonzaga would win. But Murray wanted to pick Texas. I said, okay, I'll let you get eaten apart by the comment section.
I'll do it.
West Virginia, Villanova. Taking Villanova. Michigan and Florida State. I wanted to take Florida State. Murray wouldn't let me. So, I know I'm saying Murray wouldn't let me a lot. There were a lot of them I wouldn't let him have. Like I didn't let him have Virginia Tech over Colgate. I didn't let him have Purdue over Loyola. I didn't let him have Missouri over Loyola. But anyway, Houston and Virginia. This is another one. He thought Virginia would win. I think Houston's better. Give me Houston. I don't know. I'm not a big Virginia follower. Okay. Taking Baylor over Iowa. Like I said many times before, Baylor's the best team in the country, in my opinion. I think they're the best. Gonzaga almost lost to Pacific. I mean, come on. I think Baylor's a lot better. And then I took Illinois over Texas Tech. This is a coin flip for me. I love both these teams. I love Texas Tech and Illinois. I think they're both really, really fantastic teams. I'll take Illinois. Now, Toledo or Ohio State. I think Toledo could really push this game. I think Toledo's a great team, and they're a big sleeper to look at come March. I just think Ohio State would be a little bit too much. And then we have Alabama and Loyola. You know what? Screw it. Give me the Ramblers. They're my Cinderella team. I think they can do it, man. I've been high on them before they were ranked. I think they're great. They have a better efficiency margin than Drake. I think they're better than Drake. They're going to play Drake this Saturday. We'll really see what both of those teams are made of when they play each other. I'll probably stream. They play on Saturday and Sunday. I might stream for one of those two games. But who do you think would win those games? They're at Drake.
Drake.
I think they'll split. I think Loyola will win one. Drake will win one. Okay. To the Final Four we go. Actually, we can just get rid of this. I took Texas over Villanova. I think Villanova's pretty overrated. Murray kind of agreed, so we're taking Texas. Baylor beat Illinois in the regular season. I think they could do the same in the tournament. Give me Baylor. Took Michigan over Houston. I really wanted to take Houston. Murray convinced me to take Michigan. And we're taking Loyola Chicago over Ohio State. Because you got to have a Cinderella team. Loyola's done it before. They're just as good as they were the first time. They weren't ranked when they made the Final Four last time. They got some good coaching. They're our Cinderella team. So our Final Four is Texas, Michigan, Baylor, and Loyola Chicago. Between Texas and Michigan, we took Michigan. Michigan is third in efficiency margin, and they're the only other team besides Baylor and Gonzaga who are top 10 in offense and defense. Gonzaga wasn't top 10 in defense for a while. Now they are. Baylor is 3 in offense, 3 in defense. Gonzaga is 2 in offense, 7th in defense. Michigan is 7th in offense, 8 in defense. They're a very well-rounded team. They could definitely make the championship game. And for this other game, I wanted to take Loyola. I just couldn't. Baylor's too good. So we have a championship matchup that's not Gonzaga and Michigan, and that's not Gonzaga and Baylor per Murray's request. And I think Baylor's unstoppable, man. You watch them, and I don't think there's a single team that could stop Baylor. They have gone through so many juggernauts of teams. They've gone through Illinois. They've gone through Texas Tech. They've gone through Texas. They went through Kansas. They went through Oklahoma State. By the way, does Oklahoma State have a tournament ban? Someone let me know. Because if they don't, then I'll put them in. I put them in at the start of this year, and someone told me they had a tournament ban. But I've been seeing them in other people's bracketologies, so someone's going to have to let me know if they do or don't, because I can't really find anything on it. But just let me know. Do they have a tournament ban or not? Please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it, but Baylor, for the 8th time in a row, I think they're winning it all. Man, until I see something different, I'm not picking another team. And plus, Gonzaga really concerned me losing to Pacific late in the second half.
They do have a tournament ban.
They do?
Yeah, 2021.
Then why have I seen them in other people's bracketologies?
Because
I don't know.
I think the NCAA is still talking about it because they're appealing it.
Oh. So this is interesting. So if you're a team like Utah State, Oregon, St. John's, LSU, or if you're a team like, I don't know, San Diego State or Stanford, all these teams on the bubble, you better hope that Oklahoma State gets that tournament ban. Because if they don't, then they're going to be in the bracketology and they're taking a spot from one of y'all. So watch out because, yeah. They also have a game against Kansas this week, so we'll see what they can do there. They got number 1 player in the nation, Cade Cunningham. We'll see what he's made of. I kind of think he's a little overrated, but that's just me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Murray, any last thoughts?
I got nothing.
All right, happy February. The college basketball contest. Wrap it up. It's post-Super Bowl. Post-Super Bowl is when the basketball content starts ramping up. And when March comes along, the daily upload streak. If you're new, you don't even know. You don't know. Ask in the comments about the daily upload streak. The OGs will tell you. It gets nuts. I'm talking streams every day, videos it's nuts. I go nuts in March. Maybe if Murray ever gets out of quarantine because, yeah, he's in quarantine, but maybe he can come over and watch some games. See you guys.